What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Alienware m18 AMD 7900m gameplay video for you guys today. And today, I figured we would go and play a little Baldur's Gate 3 in Act 3, just with the game completely maxed out at 1200p, and then we'll go do the same thing at 1440p. And we'll just see how this thing does at those two resolutions. So, I know we already did this a little bit during the big gameplay thing, but I wanted to give it a little bit more time and walk around and see if we get any like gigantic stutters or whatnot. Going and giving you guys 2 minutes of footage from each game isn't, a perfect representation of how every game plays, So I just wanted to go through a bunch of them and give them a more fair look, So let's not waste any more time. Let's go hop into the settings. Well, I think I have to download the game on this thing again. I shouldn't have uninstalled it. Hopefully I didn't, but we'll see. If I do, I'll have to re-download it, but I can just get that from my main computer. Luckily, they've got that thing where you just can like download from your computers on your network, so that's pretty awesome. And that still goes like 15 megabytes faster than downloading with my gig internet, so. Anyway, let's get into the game. Alright, let's go over the settings real quick. We're going to play at full screen. We're on the correct GPU. We're doing 1920 by 1200 for resolution. We have the VSync disabled and we're not getting anywhere near 480 FPS anyway, so we've got a refresh rate at 480 Hz anyway. But no VSync or frame rate cap. We're not using FSR. And here's the rest of the settings. We just pretty much maxed everything out. One thing I did is I turned off what is that crap? Depth of field. I don't really like that. It's alright if there's an option for like movies only, but I don't like it just in the game. Half the time it doesn't focus on what the hell I want it to focus on. Not every game does that, but this one might be fine, but I'd rather not sit there and play around with that setting like that, But anyway, let's go hop ourselves into Act 3 now. Alright, here we are in Act 3. The game maxed out at 1200p. Now these are with the original drivers that shipped with the laptop. Well, either that or the latest ones that were on their website. But definitely not the newest drivers. It even warned me saying, hey, you might not get great results with these. You should probably update. But last I checked last night, anyway, it was December 5th for the latest ones still out, so. Yeah, it's definitely a CPU-intensive part, because my CPU is really hot playing this. 101. Most other games, it's chilling in the 80s, high 80s to low 90s. Right now we're sitting at 101. Which sounds really bad, but that is normal for these kinds of laptops, unless you undervolt and do a bunch of work. But this is just out of the box. See? Now that we've just focusing on this, it's cooling down. But a second we're done with this cutscene, I bet you it'll go right back up to 100. I mean, unless the fans just didn't spin up all the way. We'll go with that. Screw it.
Please, you're most welcome. We have much to be thankful for. May the Wave Mother smile on you as she did her.
We're in the Water Queen's house now. But at least this place fulfills like talking to people and getting like little cutscenes in. I've got a lot of people asking for cutscenes in games and not all just combat or walking around or whatever.
Has blessed her humble daughter with a pure death. Her lips blue with her kiss, her lungs full of her quenching word. Umberly's mercy saved her.
Yeah, that's about the right kind of facial expression to have during that.
How dare this beast sully the safety of Grey Harbor? We will find its master and send him struggling into the Bitch Queen's embrace.
That's right, the Bitch Queen's embrace, damn it.
Like hollies, but a suffocating flood of fruitless garths and bursting flesh. You What tribute do you bring
Well,
to
this
honor
supplicant
the
right
brave
here
brothers
has
Baldur
brought a
and
weapon
Baldur?
to help destroy the people that wronged your people.
Yes. Then you know as well as Umberly that blood must soon be shed. Your tribute is well received. Breathe deep as she permits. Yes. Thank the Wave Mother. Blessed Umberly saw fit to spare an ignoble death. But her passing was not as the Wave Mother intended. It was a beast who took her life. An unnatural one whose very existence is an affront to Umberly. A wretched metal monstrosity hewn by hubris. A rusting pollutant that bleeds black blood into Umberly's pristine waters.
How dare they do that? You can't put oil in the ocean. That's no fun. That's not where it belongs.
The Queen of the Depths is generous to those who serve her.
Just
And
as
her
long as
fame
it's
is
not
far
about
less
gonna drown me, I don't want it being
finds the
drowned.
master of this poisonous beast
Being drowned
and
would not be
slay
fun.
him. Then one of her most precious gifts shall be yours.
Alright, I'll see what I can
Sword
do.
kiss your brow. We await your return and the Beastmaster's demise. Glorious way.
Yep, and now we're back up to 101 degrees again. And this is just on balanced mode. This isn't even on, like, performance mode. I just figured a laptop like this, I mean, it's so powerful it doesn't really need performance mode most of the time. This is how I play most of my games on it anyway. But if anybody wants to see that, just let me know. I don't mind trying some games out on performance mode. Heck, for all I know, maybe performance mode sucks and like lags and stutters and blue screens, and people have a right to know about that. So maybe I should try that every once in a while, whether people want me to or not. I mean, heck, we're already at 101 degrees anyway. Just like with my G15 Advantage, I kind of like performance. I don't really care if it gets hot. I mean, if it gets hot and it breaks, at least for a year, it's Dell's fault. They've got to keep fixing it, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Now, once this year passed, I didn't get no extended warranties or nothing. So, if it breaks then, well then, screw that. I don't want no more of that. Because I think my Asus G15 Advantage would still be working just fine if I wasn't the one that messed with shit. You know? We had a spot back there where we dropped down, I think, to 47. And we're dropping under 60 in spots here. All the way down to 13. So, even at 1200p maxed out, it can't quite stay above 60 all the time everywhere in the city. But it's doing a pretty good job, though. I had a feeling it might have some spots in the city where it would drop. That's why I wanted to make a longer video about it. Because in the spots I went, I don't think it ever dropped under 60 in the short, like, 2 or 3 minutes I played in that big old, like, 25 or 26 game video I made. Well, technically I did a 25, I think, at 1200p and a 26 at 1440, so. I speak as though what?
Lovely day for it.
It is. I don't know what it is, but yes it is. Oh, dead body. I don't think that one was my fault. It's hard to remember in this game. Alright. Let's turn around and start going back down here again. But yeah, Act 3 is too much for this thing. But that's why a lot of times I was doing games with just reasonable settings and not just throwing everything up to Ultra, because sometimes when you do that, this is what happens. And I mean, this isn't the end of the world for most people probably, but I feel like a lot of people that are going to spend this kind of money on a laptop are going to want a little bit more than 60 FPS. So, and there we go, more of that stutter. And again, I'm not sure if that's the driver's fault or if that's the laptop just doing that no matter what. I would think if it was because it was overheating, it would do it like all the time, like pretty much constantly, like every couple of seconds, not just intermittently. So that's what makes me think it's probably a driver thing. Because I don't think I remember seeing that happening when I had the newest drivers. But it did have the whole system locking up for like 30 seconds to a minute. Sometimes like 4 minutes at the worst. So definitely not great, especially for the price you pay for this thing. So hopefully they remedy that soon, but we will see. That's why I'm just being the guinea pig for you guys. Normally I would never accept this kind of stuff, and I would have sent it back and been like, no, give me something else. But my subscribers wanted this laptop, so that's what they'll get. And besides, it's still very powerful. Just because it can't hit 60 everywhere in Act 3 and Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't make it not. Because even my other computers sometimes have problems with it in certain spots. Like I'm willing to bet. Well, no, I think my main computer. I think my main computer can do it, and my secondary computer can do it. But my secondary computer is having a lot more stutters. So this game must care more about maybe clock speed over Vcache, because this one doesn't, besides those big stutters that come in every once in a while, those were not the kind of stutters we were getting on a secondary computer. Those were definitely a lot more minuscule. It'd be like, you know, like just normal kind of stutter, like walk past here, oh, we dropped a frame real quick, loading in some stuff kind of nonsense. And it didn't do it everywhere. It was like, I think it did it 3 times in the entire 10-minute video. But it is what it is, it still did it. This one seems to have like just weird increments where it just drops all the way down to freaking like 13, 14 FPS. I'm hoping that that is because of the drivers and not something else in the laptop, but like I said just a little while ago, it wasn't doing that to me when I was testing stuff out very thoroughly with the newest drivers. All that happened, like I said, was locking your system up, making you think it's frozen. I was about to give up, but then I was just like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to go pack a bowl and just let it sit there. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe it's just being wonky. I don't know. But I was pretty ticked off at that point. And I would generally get ticked off. I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky, just chill guy.
Lord Gortash forgot to tell me.
Alright, I think this is that spot where it had that big stutter that one time. So it's not just because we were in this area. So I don't think it's game-related. Because it never happened on any of the other systems that bad there. But yeah, that is a puzzler. I wonder what is up with that. Hopefully I will figure out the answer for you guys eventually here. Whether it's just the laptop, the drivers, or what. But at least it's not blue screening and freezing on me or any of that anymore. That hasn't happened since I fixed it, so that's at least good. But anyway, we got like 12 minutes of gameplay here. I think that's pretty good for a video. So why don't we go ahead and go wrap this video on up. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Baldur's Gate 3 in Act 3 on the Alienware M18 with the 7900M. And it did pretty damn good. There were a couple spots where we had some big stutters again, but I don't think that's the game's fault. That's either the driver's fault or the laptop's fault in some way. And if it's the laptop's fault and it's going to do that no matter what, I'm going to be irritated. But it didn't do that when I had the newest drivers. It did something, you know, still pretty irritating. I'd say equally more irritating than that, which is make your system lock up 30 seconds to a minute, 2 minutes, or something like that. But every time you launch a game, like as the system has trouble, I guess, switching between the integrated and discrete graphics card. That's the word I was looking for. But anyway, still, most of the time we were above 60 FPS. There were still some times where we weren't getting stutters and whatnot, where we were dropping down like 54 to 56 in super densely populated areas. But remember, pre-driver, the game even warned me the driver's not good. And it's from fricking September, I believe. So I feel like it's got better performance in it, and I will definitely retest this game in the same act once some more drivers come out that don't make the laptop have any weird other quirks. Which I'm hoping the next one will. I mean, it's almost going to be out for what? Almost 2-3 months now, this laptop? I mean, we should have some pretty decent drivers at this point already, you know? Even my G15 Advantage was doing alright and never really had big problems. Not ones like this anyway. But anyway, that is all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.